All right, here we are back at the channel, and I found something on Twitter. Nobody really showed this to me, but I found it a little bit ago, and I wanted to see where it would go to. But we have an artist named Gravity Dusty who found out that one of her own fans that might have been on her Patreon was stealing her stuff and technically reselling it and tracing her works. And not just a little bit of plagiarism, a lot of plagiarism. So let's get into it, and I'll show you guys who Gravity Dusty is. By the way, you should totally follow them. Their art is beautiful. So let me open this tab here. So we have Gravity Dusty that says here, was just shown this account that's painting over, claiming my OC is theirs, only to find out that almost their entire account is blatantly tracing and copying and stealing my work, passing it off as their own, even to go as far as my Patreon whips, my sketch rewards, and adopts even my chibis. So let's look a little bit at their own art here. They do, from what I gather, a lot of Elden Ring, and the person in question was named Criven or Creven, but their account no longer exists. I mean, they completely deleted it, but we're just going to have to go through the aftermath because I wasn't actually sure what happened with this person. So they did have a VGen account. That person did have a VGen account, and as you can see here, VGen completely banned them. There's just nothing left for violating terms of service, as I expected. Yeah, listen, this is how I feel. The people over at VGen are really fucking smart. You're not going to fool them. You're not going to fool them. I have yet. There might be some people, but I have yet to see someone who wasn't banned on VGen for doing something that they absolutely didn't do. Every time I see someone being banned on VGen, they were scamming, they were spamming, they were tracing AI, they were copying people's work, because they, whatever investigative team they have is pretty good. But if you're someone who got banned on VGen and there was actually nothing behind it, you know, feel free to leave a comment. I'd be interested in knowing your story and maybe talking about it. So she goes further here and she says, frankly, you do not deserve a DM or any privacy about this, so don't even try that, because what the fuck is wrong with you? People like you are why I never post my characters and hide all my stuff in my Patreon, which apparently isn't even safe because what the fuck? Literally, damn, nearly everything, even my logo and my signature, you've been taking personal pieces of my OC, bastardizing them, taking whips of mine and tracing them. Like, what the fuck did you expect, that the internet is big enough and then nobody will notice? Like, homie, you didn't even try to make it less obvious, dear God. I guess having some kind of shame is an acquired skill. They think by not following me publicly and using a different email on Patreon, it saves them. And so they did compile a list of images that were part of the problem, and we're going to look over some of those images because, I mean, to be honest, I don't know why, I just don't understand why people do this. This is another, like, Filial or Feli. I have a video about her. She did a decade of this shit. Like, it does follow you. It will follow you eventually. There will always be some kind of path leading back to you. If you're tracing over stuff one for one, someone will figure you out. They just will. So here's the image in question. They say evidence plus my watermark, and they show this side over here is their images. It says I don't even need to overlay these two just because the blatant paint over of my OCs, Howl and Danek, they took clearly from my Patreon exclusive drawings and sketches, Frankensteining them together. They took my Sona design, an old drawing of Danek and Reiko, and copy-pasted them in a background from a commission for porcelain made with minor edits. So let's look at these. So I'm assuming this is hers. This is her sketch, I'm assuming. Or their sketch, I don't know their pronouns. And this is another piece here that they drew. And let's see. Oh, look at that. Oh, look. Okay, so they took this. This here is this over here. So I'm gonna see if I can zoom in over here, because there's no big versions of these anymore. They literally just, how did they paint over? What did they change? Oh, okay, I see. They changed okay, so they copied this whole part, and then they took this image, pasted it over here, took part of this girl, pasted it over here, and they just colored her. Why is she blue even? Okay. So then they did this here, and they just copied this image here, this here, that is that this? No, that's not there. But this whole thing is here. They just really, they painted it a lighter blue, it looks like, and they changed the hair color of the character. It's even the same fucking sword. It's even the same sword. And let's see. Destined to drift apart. OC. I wonder, what is that person's signature? What is their signature even look like? Did they even kind of steal the signature? Oh, it does. Look. You can't, it's hard to see. It's hard to see. But it says gravity, star, the rest, right? And look at hers. Look at hers. It's almost the same. In the same font. Yeah, look. It uses a star too. She didn't even try to change it. She just she literally just, oh, I see what she's done. So she took this, put it in a new background, and changed the outfits a little bit. Then she grabbed literally the same earring design and just copy pasted it. What is she doing? You can't steal this much, brah. Like, look at this. She just stole a different piece. When you look at it, where's the other piece? Look, here's the background of this person's art. And she just, I wonder, you know what I wonder? I wonder if she used Adobe. Oh yeah. No, she did a repaint. She did a paint over. But it doesn't look like a paint over because look. So she had to zoom in to kind of hide all of the problems. I feel like there might be some AI use in this. This is just me, okay? And the reason why I say that is because, like, okay, I've tested how Adobe inside the program works. Yeah, you can like generate objects, but its real use is actually removing and healing things, right? So instead of you just painting over it, what it does is if you put nothing in the box and just click generate, it will erase whatever you selected and try to mend it. So I feel like that's what they kind of did, and then they painted over because look, like the wall is not the same wall. It looks like they copied, pasted this wall, and then there's like this warping over here that's not present over here because it like there's too much over here. This background is too different. I feel like, you know, sometimes I wonder if these were fair use cases, what it would be, because they clearly took from this, and then created this. But would this be considered an overpainted collage, even though there's parts of the original? Like how much? Like, who would be in trouble if this was taken to court? I know these aren't going to be taken to court because the court of the internet is sometimes stronger than actual courts. And it seems that she does have some good skill in like paint over stuff because the hair is significantly different. So it seems like she has her own like painting skill, or he has a painting. I don't know. I don't know. And this one is basically the same thing. They just took these two characters and traded them over. Can't do that. And here's another one right here. Traced mine and Frankensteined it from another one. I just don't know. This is the thing is like, this is like a sexio cute robot butts issue. I don't know if you guys know about that issue, but it was basically like this person is clearly tracing and overpainting and then making new works based on an artist's work. And it's very strongly like the original work. But now the person who was stealing now just uses AI. And look at this. My doodle between exams and OC, but everybody knows this is young Sephiroth. Like, why would you even like think that, like, get the fuck out of here, bro. All you did, and what do they do here? They kind of, okay, I see. They traced over this to get rid of this. And then they stole their Sona, and their Sona has red hair. No, their Sona has blonde hair, and they made it red and added some glasses. They even kept the cat the same. Hold on, is the cat the same? No, the cat's different. They made the eyes tinier. Oh, this is another, you know what I think it is? Okay, this is the second time I've seen this be a problem. I think what it is because, okay, the artists that they're stealing from are different artists, right? But they're English speaking artists. And this person is from Spain, right? So I think that some of these people think that they could just steal whole artworks, repaint over them, and they're super young too. Like this person's like 18, 20, whatever it says here, 20, 18 plus, because they speak Spanish. They probably also speak English, but they speak Spanish. So they have a Spanish speaking audience. So it would be harder to find them doing this stuff. Like if you look here, the stuff that they redrew, it's not even like the redrawn part's not even that bad. They just took so strongly from it. Like, it's just me having a theory. I think my theory is right. I think that people who steal other people's works, some of them come from countries where they speak a different language, and because their whole thing is that it's harder for them to be found. Like, I feel like if you're an artist and you have a significant skill, I feel like you should probably take all of your work that you've posted online and maybe do a check, see if anything comes up, see if anything looks like your stuff. You know, someone might be just reposting as you. You never know. You never know. I think anyone who has skill similar to this level should seriously be going through all that. And it says here, Patreon sketches they blatantly traced and stole were taken from a Patreon rewards Twitch live stream I did in 2023. It's the only way they could have obtained these, as they were delivered privately and not posted onto Patreon. So they've actually been a fan of this person for too long. Oh yeah, oh look. This is where you can see. Look, they actually do steal the person's like thing here. They just use a different font, but it still has the star in it. Girl! Now, speaking of Patreon, I wanted to talk about my own Patreon for a second. I've changed the tier rewards, and if you become a patron of mine, I have a $1 tier and a $6 tier. The $1 tier will cover some of the stuff from my $2 tier. I figured I'm just going to make it a $1 tier for everyone. So what it's going to support is you guys will get to see my sketches, unfinished works, early access to artwork I will post 1 week prior. Any studies that I do, I'll post them there first. Brainstorming stuff, character blurbs, blogging, early access to some content, possibly, and you'll get a thank you in my video, which is the awesome part, right? The awesome part. And the $6 tier, it includes everything. If any tutorials that I decide to make, I will load them there. My custom brush set, I will put up there for you guys. My short stories and my world setting access and stuff about my light novel. And if you want personal help with character creation, that is probably something I can help you with, or you can just give me a one-time donation, and that's okay too. I just wanted to talk about it because I worked hard to redo some things, and I made a lot of new posts that are going to be showing up throughout the month. So I hope to see you there if you really want to support the channel. So I also wanted to talk about right here. So see this image here? This image is literally basically traced from the other person's work. And they were a sketchy version of this is 100. Yo, I don't know what that is. I think it's like, it's not euros. I want to say it's like, maybe it's euros. We're just going to assume euros because I'm stupid. And the rendered is 140. You may modify the character designs, 50% discount on future commissions for this character. 2 BNG files are below. So they were selling an adopt. I do also want to go over this little thing right here that they posted. Now the thing is it is unfortunate that this account no longer exists because there was a Google Doc and I did not get to see that. So this is the part that we should really look at right here. I know I'm in a situation it's hard to believe, but I did not trace any of my commissions, and I stand firmly by that. From the beginning, I set a personal boundary that no matter how I felt about my own work, I would never cross the line to tracing for paid work. The idea of taking money for art that wasn't truly mine felt deeply wrong to me, and I could not imagine myself betraying the trust of the people who supported me in that way. If any of my commissions have doubts, I encourage them to reach out to me immediately. I'm willing to prove all of the evidence I can prove that, including whips, layered files, sketches, time lapses. I am genuinely grateful for the opportunities the commissioners have given me. Their support kept me going when I was at my lowest and doubted myself. I would never disrespect them by delivering something dishonest. And then they literally go and lie about it. Like, brother, sister. Like, let's look at this adopt. Look at this here. Traced work. Evidence and their traced work. Look, zines. So they apply some of this artwork and they apply for zines. Now, for some of you that don't know what a zine is, I'm going to explain it for you. There are fan-made zines and then there are regular zines. A zine is kind of like a small pamphlet, right? It can have anything on the inside. A lot of people sell zines. If you guys have been to the channel for been a fan of the channel for a while. I am making a zine of my character Zajora. It's not finished. It's still in progress. I'm still working on pages and stuff. You guys see me and Mermaid kind of work on it. Now, you basically make them yourself and you sell them if you want to, if it's your original content. But there's people out there who do fanzines that are for fandoms. My best friend Jackie, she was involved in the Final Fantasy 15 zine community. She was in that for a while. A lot of her artworks are really amazing. And I don't know if any of you guys are from the Final Fantasy 15 fandom, but she was in the zine scene for there. So they basically get a lot of artworks together, and they put it in like a readable format, and then it might have fan fiction and stuff in it. So it's really a fun way to get into it. Some of them are very sexual in nature, some of them aren't. But yeah, that's kind of what a zine is. Now let's get back on this. So this is the one right here that Gravity posted. Like, you know what's so bad about some of this sometimes, about being an artist and then seeing someone's art and be like, you know what, I kind of like that. Like, I kind of fuck with this design a little bit. Like, she probably wouldn't be having these booty shorts on. But this up here, I kind of fuck with. I kind of fuck with that hair too. Like, I like that. I like that. Like, I would probably take the hair and maybe them sleeves if it was me. Because you sometimes see designs, you're like, shit, I'll probably take that. But this bitch is like, you know what? I'm just gonna take the whole thing. I'm gonna just take the whole thing. It's all me, baby. It's all me. And she just flipped it. She just flipped it. She said, fuck it. She didn't even bother like trying to color it differently, because when you see the one over here, she kept all the cool parts, but she changed the bottom. Like, oof, did she? Oh, look, she didn't even finish the sword. Look, she just forgot it. So bold. This bitch is bold. Oh, she just copied their chibi. Fuck it, why not? Just take it, right? Just take it. So what happened with this person? Well, this is what I gathered. I feel like I'm Johnny come lately about this, because I didn't find this until I was like kind of lurking around, but someone added this person and said, hey, is this your work, I guess? And then they found out that this person had been stealing their work. And it kind of sucks, because like, if you're a fan of this person, why would you want to steal their work? Is their work, is their own work not enough? I mean, especially since like this person does like MagFest and goes to conventions where people would definitely see their fan works. People would 100% see it. It's not something you can hide. It'd be like if I'm over here tracing Ergo Josh or Adam Duff and being like, yo, I did it. Like, someone would call me out on it eventually. Like, it's like, you can't, like, the reason why these artists are so beloved is because they're really good. They're really good. We all know, we look at their artworks and go, fuck, I wish I was that. Let me be that. And if you, like, if they're obviously big enough, like how many, like 30K, 300K views on this post. How many, and then they have 143,000 followers. Did you really think that someone wasn't going to figure that shit out? So what they did was they posted a I'm sorry, but they made people wait a week for it, I think. So the only thing that they have left is they have a Kara account. I don't know if this account is copying from anything, but it doesn't seem like it's copying it from anything, but I don't know. But what they did was they put out a Google Doc that was really long, and I guess it was an apology and not accepting accountability for what they did. And because they really thought no one was going to figure it out, after the Google Doc like didn't show its face, well, for me anyway. But she did also have a TikTok, and that TikTok is also gone. So I guess we're going to talk about the TikTok apology video. It was heavily like scrutinized. So that happened on September 26th. They posted a long video addressing the accusations, and they admitted to tracing and plagiarizing art, including Gravity Dusty's characters, friends' designs, and signatures. But what they did was they cited mental health struggles as a reason, claiming they never should have sold traced pieces and intended them as private practice. The apology was described as kind of like excuse heavy, but they were kind of, I guess, framing it as pretty heavily tracing and then a learning exercise gone wrong, which is like you know what you're doing when you do that. Like, for example, for study, I took I took like 200 pictures of men that were drawn by other people, usually comic books or artists that I like. And what I did is I traced over them because I have problems learning the male anatomy. And I figured if I trace enough men shapes, I will learn the men shapes, which is true. I am better at drawing them now that I traced like 200 pictures. And I'm not saying that's everyone, but I also didn't fucking post it. So the thing is that they also tried to claim that they made no profit, even though that's not completely true because they traced for their commissions. They're just talking about the zines that they made, that because the zines were nonprofit. That doesn't matter because you plagiarize to put together, like it's lying. Like the thing is all of these like AI tracers, people who steal artists' works and then train a lore on them and then release that stuff, AI in general, people who trace, all of that stuff, it's just lying through deception. It's, in a big word, scamming, all that, it's a deception. That's all it is, you know? You're deceiving people into thinking that you got something that you actually didn't get because it didn't actually belong to you in the first place. So they didn't really offer like anything to rectify what they've done. So I guess their version of that was to delete all their accounts except their Kara because everyone forgets they have a Kara. So they were also removed from some of the zines that they submitted artworks to because they were traced, obviously. And, you know, I feel like they're only sorry that they got caught. And I feel like if you know what you're doing is wrong and you get caught and you're like, I was in a bad place. I don't even understand what the fuck that means. I was in a bad place. What place were you in that you were like, you know, I'm just going to download and trace it and then like upload it? Like what? I just don't understand. Like, are you saying that you're absolutely a fucking idiot? Are you saying that you can't make right decisions? Like, okay, this is when I hear someone say, I was in a mentally bad place. Like, okay, this is what I try to do. We're gonna have a hypothetical. Last month, my uncle passed a few days after we had to put my cat to sleep, Rubik's. I'm sure you guys know about that. I was devastated and I was basically depressed for a whole month. Now, if I wanted to, like, okay, bad place me. I have a commission that I need to finish. The bad place me, I was so depressed that I decided I just wanted to get rid of it. I just wanted to be done with it. Even though this is a gift for a friend, a close friend of mine, would that be that I hand it over to somebody else and ask somebody else to do it and then I take credit for it and hand it to my friend? Is it like what is it exactly? Like bad mental health. Like I was super depressed for over a week and crying all the time. I just didn't do fucking art. You just don't do art when you're depressed. You don't do anything. You just don't do anything. What, like, I feel like when they say bad mental health space or whatever, that they're basically saying that they're fucking crazy. They're too fucking crazy and they're out of their mind. So they decided that they were going to do this and they're having like psychosis. I feel like that's how they're framing it. Because that's the only thing I could think of. Because, like, you guys know about how Ooneko was literally having, like, a mental breakdown on her stream. And everyone was like, yo, dude, you're having a mental breakdown. You probably should get off the internet. Like, everyone was concerned for her. But even when she wasn't like that, she was still, like, saying that her actions were okay. I feel like it's, like, someone using that. They're like, you know, I'm having my bipolar schizoaffective thing go out of craziness and I'm going to go do this fucking weird thing and take credit for it for like a whole fucking year. Like, is that what they're talking about? Because I feel like that's what they're trying to frame, because it feels like you can't, like, are they trying to use psychosis or some other shit? Because I can't believe that when you're depressed and you're just like deeply in your fucking feelings, that you're gonna go and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna steal somebody's art. Or it, like, you know, like, people know that I have PTSD. I have a really bad episode and then I decide that I'm just gonna fucking go crazy town and start stealing everyone's artwork I'm gonna steal Loish's artwork and start tracing it and just fucking claim it as my own? Like, what? Like, God. Like, what do you, like, you guys gotta stop. You can't use, I was in a bad mental place. You can't use that. That's because it sounds like you had psychosis and you were acting up and you're trying to use that. And even if it was psychosis, like when you're done with the psychosis part, you still did the actions. I'm seriously asking for serious people who are in my audience who have some kind of disorder that could cause some psychosis of some sort or cause you to act irrationally or whatever. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I literally don't know. Okay. Like I know what irrational behavior looks like, but like I can't get there. I can't get there when people use this excuse. So I'm assuming it's because of a bigger disorder that they may or may not have. If somebody has any of those, if you could please explain it to me, I would love to like put your comment in a pinned comment because I feel like if other people know what this person is talking about, like it's always like the worst excuse because it's never explained. If someone could explain it to me, please do. I would really love that. It would really make my life easier so that the next time I see this shit, I can just keep going, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Bad place mentally could mean so many fucking things. And I'm assuming, oh my God, ICE is coming after me. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. They always be up here chasing me down. They're ready to take me out. I need that app, guys. You guys need to give me that app. Anyway, I guess the point is that y'all got to stop plagiarizing. And if you can do that, you know, you're probably good. I want to thank you guys for watching so long. And if you stay to the end, just post a dolphin or a piece of cheese, I guess. And I'm on the road to 15K, so please help me out. You guys would be awesome for that. And please subscribe to my Patreon. I know I talk about it forever, but I really appreciate it, y'all. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. And please follow that Gravity Dusty person on whatever social media you got. I know they already got like bazillion followers, but it'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool if you did that. All right, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.